I've been making some big decisions recently that could change my life, but more importantly, could change my content. And maybe even YouTube as a whole, but probably not YouTube as a whole, but definitely my content. That's just wishful thinking, I bet. But I'm gonna be traveling around the world for an entire year, and this has given me so much inspiration and ideas that I can put into place on PGQ, and I'm really excited to share some of them with you. As I said, the first place I'm going is Japan, which is kind of like my spiritual gaming birthplace. If you've watched my other videos, then you know that I grew up playing JRPGs, and so going to Japan will allow me to experience the culture that kind of like raised me as a gamer. To be clear, this is still a gaming channel, but before I get into the details about the changes I'm gonna make and the ideas that I'm really excited about making while in Japan, I need to tell you the story about how I got here. This story actually starts in high school. You know when you're young and you're super cocky and you think, you know, me and all my friends are gonna be millionaires? Well, I was no different for sure. Me and my high school friends, same friends that I played video games with growing up, and still to this day, these are the people that support me with this channel and hit me up with any kind of gaming news they got. So needless to say, I love them. Love you guys, Lerv. We used to talk about what we were gonna do in the future like any other high school friend group would, but one of the ideas that we came up with that really stuck with me was, you know, bro, when we're 30 years old, we should all retire together and do like a mini retirement, travel the world for a year. Sounds fun? Sounds great. What could go wrong? But in my early 20s, I got an illness that prevented me from gaming. I caught a little bug. The travel bug. It's a good one. So in my early 20s, I left the country and I traveled around for a bit, working at resorts. For several years, I didn't have any access to play video games. I remember downloading an emulator just to get my fix trying to play Pokemon. It wasn't until Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out. How could I not get Kingdom Hearts 3? I'd been waiting my whole life, not my whole adult life, my whole actual life to play Kingdom Hearts 3. And at this point, I was kind of settled in Mexico, so I had my own place and I had a steady, if not very small, income working in hotels in Mexico. I decided to make the biggest gaming purchasing decision of my entire life, even to this day. And I bought a PlayStation 4 and I bought Kingdom Hearts. And that doesn't sound like a huge purchasing decision, but it cost me one whole month's pay to get a PlayStation 4 and Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, huge. That was my reintroduction to gaming after a 5-year hiatus and fell back in love. And I eventually moved back to the United States. I was approaching 30 very rapidly. As a good friend, I called on my friends who I made this agreement with, and they selfishly got married, had kids. What about me? What about us? I guess they forgot. Anywho, I decided I didn't want to be deterred, and I knew that my friends obviously weren't going to do it. This was like a kind of childish dream that we had. Being a child, still, in my heart and certain places in my mind as well, I committed to doing it. So I'm gonna be spending a year traveling the world, but I didn't want to have the same thing happen again. I didn't want to travel and then that be another 10-year hiatus for video games. I know that this would sound crazy to a person that doesn't play video games. Why are video games so important? Why would you think about video games when you're gonna be traveling the world? But like the reality is like travel is really important to me, but gaming is also really important to me, and both have formed me in such an impactful way that I don't want to sacrifice one for the other. And so I've been thinking, what can I do to combine these two passions to not allow one to overtake the other? And how can I continue to game while traveling? And that's why I started this YouTube channel. Essentially, I can make YouTube videos while I travel thanks to things like, you know, Steam Deck and my significantly larger laptop. So now I have the means to game while I travel. But so far, travel and video games have been entirely separate. I mean, none of my videos have been about travel in any capacity. And I started to think, is there a way I can combine travel and video games as opposed to just make video game videos while I travel? And this is where we get to the impact that this travel is going to have on my videos. I figure while I'm traveling, why not have a focus on Japanese gaming culture? I mean, it makes sense. There's so many things that I could do there that I wouldn't be able to do here. For example, they're opening a Nintendo museum in Kyoto. There's the biggest Japanese gaming convention going on later in September. And these are things I'm going to go to and I'm going to make videos about. Pending they let me into the Nintendo Museum. It's like a lottery or something. But I mean, Japanese gaming is the reason I got into gaming in the first place. So why not take this time to kind of reflect, cover more JRPGs, go to some locations that inspired some of my favorite video games, check out some of those gaming hostels that I've seen exist in Japan and some of those crazy esport arcades. I have so many more ideas about the ways that I can mix my two passions of travel and gaming and make great videos about it, and I'm really excited. I haven't been making YouTube videos for very long, but I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten up to this point, and I would really appreciate continued support as I take this journey. And I really want to know, are you looking forward to this journey? How do you feel about it? Is it not what you signed up for when you sold your soul to subscribe to my channel? No, I can't say that. More than ever, I'm interested to see what you think in the comments. Are you interested? Are you excited to take this journey with me around the world, exploring gaming in different cultures everywhere? Or is this not what you signed up for when you watch my videos? I'm really interested to know. Please let me know. And I've appreciated all the support. I'm really excited to say that my name is Terrence. Even though I'm traveling, I'm gonna keep playing games till I find the perfect one. Peace, love.